Hello everyone, welcome to Mandakini classes once again. As I said, I'll meet you back in part 2. So here I am again with you to deal the term types of chemical reaction. So the various type of chemical reaction are combination reaction, decomposition reaction. Inside decomposition, we'll be studying thermal decomposition reaction, photochemical decomposition reaction and electrolysis. Now the next one is single displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, oxidation and reduction reaction, and the final one, that is neutralization reaction. So here in this section or class we'll be dealing today with all the type of reaction one by one. Let's come to the combination reaction. So what is combination reaction? Hope the word itself will make you clear. What is combination? Combine. Combine means कोई दो चीज जुड़ के एक चीज बनना, दो से ज्यादा भी जुड़ के combine होना, जुड़ के कुछ एक बनना. If two or more than two things combine to form one product, it is known as combination reaction. It is also known as synthesis reaction. Like you can see over here, there are two components X and Y and they are joining to form XY. So if two or more than two components join to form a single component, it is known as combination reaction. We have some example over here. The calcium oxide is one of the compound. It combines with water in order to form calcium hydroxide. Let's go to the next one. Here we have carbon. Carbon combines with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Next we have hydrogen. Combines with oxygen to form H2O. So such type of reaction is known as combination reaction. Let's go to the next one. That is decomposition reaction. So what is decomposition? Decompose. The word itself will clear you. Decompose. Decompose means breaking out. If a particular constituent break out into two or more than two components, एक चीज अगर जो टूट के बहुत सारा चीज बना रहा है, then it is known as decomposition reaction. Like you can have an example over here. This one FeSO4 breaks to form Fe2O3, SO2 and SO3. Again we have PbNO3 whole 2 breaks out to form PbO, NO2 and O2. So such type of reaction is known as decomposition reaction. अगर एक चीज टूट के बहुत सारा चीज बन रहा है या एक कंपाउंड टूट के बहुत सारे एलिमेंट्स या कंपाउंड को जनरेट कर रहा है, then such reaction is known as decomposition reaction. अब सुनते हैं कि ये रिएक्शन कैसे सिचुएशन में होता है. अगर आप बोलेंगे कि जनरल सिचुएशन में मुझे किसी भी चीज को डिकम्पोज करवाना है, तो आपको लगता है कि ऐसा होगा? It's not exactly possible. In order to make the reaction decompose, there need to be certain condition. Either आपको heat देना पड़ेगा, या light देना पड़ेगा, या electricity देना पड़ेगा. On the basis of this, different condition being applied, there are different type of decomposition reaction. Let's see. Here we have thermal decomposition reaction, photochemical decomposition reaction, and electrolysis. So whenever the decomposition takes place in the presence of heat, अगर heat के presence में decomposition हो रहा है, then the reaction is known as thermal decomposition reaction. Again, there is a word endothermic. The reaction is usually endothermic. Now, what does the word endothermic mean? Simply, what you keep in mind is endo means लेना. If there is intake of heat, अगर heat लिया जा रहा है, then it is known as endothermic. And if there is release of heat, मतलब आप अगर heat release कर रहे हो, आप अगर छोड़ रहे हो, then it is known as exothermic. As in the last class, if you have heard that, you might have heard, I gave you an example for the reaction between washing soda and water, and I said you that when you react the washing soda with water, your hand will automatically get hotter. The reason is heat is released. वहाँ पे heat क्या हो रहा है? Release हो रहा है. Means it is an exothermic reaction. पर ऐसा reaction जो heat लेता है, it is known as endothermic reaction. Next one, photochemical reaction. So the decomposition reaction which takes place in the presence of light. अगर कोई decomposition reaction light के presence में हो रहा है, then it is known as photochemical decomposition reaction. Let's come to the next one, that is electrolysis. So what is electrolysis? If any decomposition reaction takes place in the presence of electric current, then it is known as electrical decomposition reaction. Like over here, H2O breaks in the presence of electric current into hydrogen and oxygen molecules. Now go to the next one. What is there? There is single displacement reaction. So let's know what is single displacement reaction. Single displacement. Hope the word again clears you the meaning. Single displacement. अगर कोई एक atom का displacement हो रहा है, only a single atom displaces. That means here is an atom A, here is an atom B, C. Now what happened is the atom C was shifted to A and it formed AC and the B was left alone. Such type of reaction is known as single displacement reaction. चलो इसके लिए एक एग्जाम्पल समझते हैं. कंसीडर आपके क्लास में कोई एक नया स्टूडेंट आया और वो अकेले एक बेंच में बैठा हुआ है. And you and your friend, you have a very good linkage and you are sitting in a bench. और आप आपके दोस्त क्या कर रहे हो, एक बेंच पे बैठे हुए और आप दोनों का लिंकेज बहुत अच्छा. आपके दोस्त ने सोचा कि आपके साथ लिंकेज बनाने में अब उतना ज्यादा फायदा नहीं लग रहा है. आपके साथ लिंकेज बनाने से अच्छा उसको लग रहा है कि अब हम शायद ए के साथ लिंक बना ले तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा या मुझे मजा आएगा या हमारा बॉन्डिंग और ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्गर होगा. So what C did is C went and made a linkage with A. C ने क्या किया, आपके दोस्त ने क्या किया, आपके साथ धीरे धीरे लिंक तोड़ना शुरू किया और A के साथ जाके लिंक बनाना शुरू किया. And what happened is later on it was found that you were left alone in a branch and your friend went back to the new student and found a linkage and started sitting with him. So such type of reactions में क्या हुआ, एक आदमी का displacement हुआ, one of the person got shifted and such type of reaction is known as single displacement reaction. Again I have an example. Fe plus CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu. What happened is this SO4 got shifted over here as your friend was shifted. Similarly, Cu, that you consider U or Cu, you are left alone. So such type of reaction is known as single displacement reaction. One more example is being shown over here, you can study. Let's go to the next one, that is double displacement reaction. So as it was single displacement, similarly we have double displacement reaction. मतलब double displaced हो रहा है, two elements or two compounds are getting displaced. Let's have an example. So we say over here the positive ion or the cation and the negative ion or anion of the two reactant. You can see the word two reactant switches place. दो reactant, यहाँ पे दो reactant का molecule अपने जगह एक जगह से दूसरे जगह switch कर रहा है. And such situation is known as like over here an example. Na2S is a compound and HCl is another compound and A was forming linkage or Na have a linkage with sulfur and hydrogen have a linkage with chlorine. Later on, when these two compounds came closer to one another, then sodium found that it is better to form link with chlorine than to form link with sulfur. So what the sodium did is sodium started forming a link with chlorine. Sodium ने क्या किया, आस्ते आस्ते अपना लिंक किसके साथ बढ़ाना शुरू किया, क्लोरीन के साथ. And later on what it found is the chlorine was also attracted to sodium and they started forming a link and they form a compound. And the hydrogen was left alone and this sulfur was left alone. So what this sulfur did is, what this hydrogen did is start forming a link with this sulfur and formed a compound called H2S. Let's again have an example. चलो वापस आपके क्लास के बाद में जाते हैं. कंसीडर करो कि आप और आपके दोस्त यहाँ पे A और B आप दोनों बैठे हुए हैं और आपका दोस्त दूसरा बेंच पे कोई दूसरा दोस्त C and D बैठा हुआ है. आपका क्या हुआ, आपका और आपके दोस्त में थोड़ा लिंकेज बिगड़ने लगा, थोड़ा कुछ misunderstanding or something, there is a breakage of linkage in between you and your friend. And what happened, you found that the friend on the next bench, you found him to be better. आपके जो दूसरे बेंच में जो दोस्त बैठे हुए हैं वो आपको ज्यादा बेटर लगने लगे. तो what you did is you started forming a linkage with this D. आपको लगा कि इसके साथ लिंक बनाना शायद बेटर रहेगा तो आपने क्या किया, D के साथ लिंक बनाना शुरू किया. Later on what happened, your friend this B also thought that it's better to break link with this A and form link with this C because the C is alone and I can have a better bonding as well. So what this B did is B formed a link with C and A formed a link with D and there was a double displacement, double shifting हुआ. Such type of reaction is known as double displacement reaction. Let's go for the next one. There is oxidation and reduction reaction. Oxidation reduction, I used to remember it by a word loser. There is a word LEOGER. L represent loss, electron, oxidation. अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन का लॉस हो रहा है, there is a loss of electron, then it is known as oxidation reaction. Whereas GER, that is gain electron reduction. अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन का गेनिंग हो रहा है, if you are gaining electron, then it is known as reduction. अगर लॉस हो रहा है, it is oxidation. अगर गेन हो रहा है, reduction. पर आपके लेवल में अभी समझने के लिए थोड़ा और नॉर्मल वे में समझते हैं. There is addition of oxygen. अगर ऑक्सीजन का एडिशन हो रहा है, there is an addition of oxygen, it is oxidation reaction. सिंपल इतना ध्यान में रखना है. अगर एडिशन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन हो रहा है, if there is an addition of oxygen, then the reaction is known as oxidation reaction. if there is an addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. अगर ऑक्सीजन जुड़ रहा है तो ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शन, अगर ऑक्सीजन रिमूव हो रहा है, if you are removing oxygen, then it is reduction reaction. We have an example over here, like this Cu over here combines with AgNO3. Cu got reacted with AgNO3, and what happened is this Cu started forming linkage with this NO3, and what it formed is CuNO3 molecule, and later on this Ag molecule is left alone. Here what it is formed is Cu formed a linkage with this oxygen molecule. That means there is an addition of oxygen in this Cu. Cu में क्या हो रहा है? Addition of oxygen हो रहा है. So this reaction is known as oxidation reaction. Whereas in this Ag there is the removal of oxygen. Ag में क्या हो रहा है? Oxygen का removal हो रहा है. तो such type of reaction is known as reduction reaction. Let's go to the next one, that is neutralization reaction. It is one of the easiest and even easy for you to understand as well. Neutralization means if an acid, अगर एक acid और एक base react हो रहा है, then it will always form, if an base, this one NaOH is a base with me, and H2SO4 is a strong acid. If both of them combine, they will form an A2SO4, which is salt, and H2O, that is water. So simply the reaction in which an acid and a base react to form salt and water, it is known as neutralization reaction. Let's go to the next term. Here we have rancidity and corrosion. I found this term as well in your book. So let me deal with this term. Rancidity क्या होता है? So you might have heard rancidity, or you might have seen the packets of Lays or kurkure, kurmure, whatever. You might have seen that those packets are filled with air, isn't it? What we used to do when we need to eat it out, we first used to remove the air, and then we used to, as we tear the packet, we find that the air used to release out, and then we used to eat the material. Now the question is, why is the air being filled inside? The air which is being filled inside is nitrogen. Even you might have seen your mother making pickle, isn't it? आपने अपनी मम्मी को अचार बनाते हुए देखा होगा. And you might have seen your mother adding a lot of salt and oil in it. आपने देखा होगा कि आपकी मम्मी ने उसमें बहुत सारा salt and oil रखा हुआ है उसमें. So why is it being added, and why those things are kept? It is because so that the particular material whichever you are using, so that pickle which is kept for years and years, you might have seen the pickle which is made once can be kept for 1 year. उसको 1 साल तक अगर आप खाओ तो खराब नहीं होता है. Similarly जो पैकेट का कुरकुरे कुरमुरे आप जो भी मटेरियल आप खाते हैं, वो मटेरियल डू यू थिंक जिस डेट पे आप खा रहे हैं उसी डेट पे फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है? ऐसा नहीं होता. वो पहले से फॉर्म करके रखा हुआ होता है. It is like it might be a 1 month before, 2 months before, 3 months before, whatever. So those materials are filled inside because it need to be protected from rancidity. Rancidity is a process in which there is an oxidation or hydrolysis of fat and oil. उस particular चीज में जो fat present है, उस particular चीज में जो oil present है, उसके साथ हवा में रहा हुआ ऑक्सीजन क्या करता है? रिएक्ट कर लेता है and it started getting oxidized. या हवा में जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स है या वेपर्स है, वो क्या करता है? उस चीज के साथ रिएक्ट करके उस चीज को खराब कर देता है, उस चीज को अनप्लेजेंट बना देता है, उस चीज का टेस्ट बिगाड़ देता है, उस चीज का ऑर्डर बिगाड़ देता है और हम लोग को खाने में अच्छा नहीं लगता. सो इन ऑर्डर टू मेक इट बेटर द थिंग्स आर कीपिंग दैट वे, और इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोटेक्ट इट फ्रॉम रेंसिडिटी. सिंपली रेंसिडिटी मतलब क्या? तो कोई भी चीज का प्रॉपर और कोई भी चीज को खराब होना. सिंपली कोई चीज जो खराब होता है किसके प्रेजेंस में? तो ऑक्सीजन के प्रेजेंस में, जो ऑक्सीडेशन की वजह से. नेक्स्ट वन आई हैव कोरोजन. व्हाटएवर हियर, तो कोरोजन मींस व्हेरेवर अ मेटल reacts with the oxygen in the air or hydrogen in the air or water molecules in the air or sulfide in the air, whatever, and it gets decomposed or destroyed. If there is a destruction of material of a metal, then it is known as corrosion. So thank you so much.